Hey, it's Christine. Should you manifest in steps or go right to the end desire? I think there's no rules to manifesting. Ultimately, we're the operant power in this, so we get to decide how we manifest and what manifests. That's the fun of it all. However, I will give some examples of how I've manifested just by thinking of the end result, and also something that I've manifested in steps and currently working through the manifestation process. So it can give you some ideas of like what you want to do. Do you want to just focus on the end result and just allow things to unfold to get there? Or do you want to manifest in steps and manifest what happens along the journey? So, an example, very simple example of how I quickly manifested right to the end result. I had eczema on my right elbow for like years, and I would go to the dermatologist. They would prescribe me a cream. I would put the cream on, and in a few weeks it would go away, but then it would always come back. And I was like, let me just try and manifest this away just with my mind. Like, no creams, like nothing on it. So I would just visualize that my skin was smooth because it had like a patchy, just a small patchy area that was always itchy and it flaky, and it was an oval shape. And sometimes it would be red. But yeah, just very itchy and just would not go away. So I visualized it gone. I visualized the end result that my elbow was completely smooth skin, just like my other elbow. And I would even look at my other elbow and imagine that this smooth skin would be on the eczema elbow, we'll call it. And then I also would create affirmations just throughout the day when I would think of them. I would say things like, oh, my skin is 100% clear. And I would think of the elbow. Like in my mind, I would say, my skin is 100% clear, but I was directing it towards my elbow directly. Or I'd say, my skin's 100% healed. It's all healed. It's all healed up now. It's 100% healed. And then within a few months, it did just clear up on its own. I didn't put any creams or lotion. So it was strictly just my thoughts, my visualization. And there's science to this, especially with healing. Bruce Lipton is really good at explaining this. So your mind controls your body. And they've studied this because thoughts are energy, right? So the thoughts that you have create all kinds of chemical processes throughout your body. So when you're in a state of visualizing healing or good health, your brain creates, and your body, it's like a co-creation going on in here, creates the chemicals and hormones, and we can't even understand it all. But the science part of it just fascinates me. Creates the chemicals for natural healing. Like your body can do it yourself. So cool. If you can be patient with it. So that was an example of going right to the end result and getting that direct result. Here's an example of manifesting in steps. So say you want to get married and you're not in a relationship. So you could think of the end result like getting married, finding your perfect person, having the wedding, and just knowing that you have this relationship that feels so aligned. You guys have such a great time together. You could totally do that. And I don't know, it just feels like, well, you know what? I don't want to put any limitations on this, but let's say like you feel kind of stressed about it. And like, what if like it's not like you're going to manifest getting married tomorrow. You could. Like, what if you're not in a relationship and then like all of a sudden it manifests like in a day? Like you meet your person, you have the wedding all like, really fast. So it might be better to manifest in steps. For example, say you're not in a relationship, but you start to dwell in the end result of you being in a relationship first, going on the dates and cuddling or what the bedroom situation is like. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you want to like manifest like all the things before the marriage part? But it's totally up to you. If it feels better to just think of the end result, or you could do both. You could manifest in steps and think of the end result. Totally up to you. Or, just play with it. Do what feels good to you. Like if it feels good to manifest in steps and then you see the evidence in your 3D, it confirms to you that, wow, I'm a powerful manifester. I thought of that, it happened. And now I know that I can manifest this marriage because I know that my thoughts create my reality. So it's totally up to you. One other example that I'm going through right now is my son has a speech delay. He's 4 years old. And we've noticed ever since he was 2 years old that his speech wasn't progressing as a 2-year-old should be. So he's been doing a lot of speech therapy and one-on-one with a therapist just to help improve his speech. And for a while, he wasn't saying anything. Like he couldn't even, like he would say maybe 30 words max, like mama, dada. I forget what some of the other ones, but just like very basic, like not even putting together 2 words or anything. So I have an end result of him being able to speak fully and clearly and be able to go to school with other kids and participate in a regular classroom, not a special needs classroom. But in the meantime, I'm manifesting certain steps. So for a while, he could only say one word. And I would repeat affirmations over and over and say things like, oh, he's saying 2 words now. He's putting 2 words together and he's saying sentences, like short sentences. And now he's at the point where he does say 2 words in a row, just very short, like he was saying orange pumpkin the other day or my turn. I don't know if he really, and I think he knows because he used to just say pumpkin or he used to just say orange, but now he's putting them together. That was the thing that I was manifesting. So yeah, he's starting to say 2 words. He's starting to say some short sentences. And now I'm like, oh, well, now that that's manifested, now he can have conversations with people and they understand what he's saying. And I understand, like, we can have a back and forth conversation. So then that's going to play out. And then, all the things are going to play out until the end result that I'm manifesting is that he's good with the speech, he's getting on board, and he can participate in school with the other kids and, you know, have an awesome life with being able to conversate with people. Yeah, so it's up to you. Do you want to manifest in steps? Do you want to go to the end result? Ultimately, it's good to have an end result. You want that clear, defined, like what you want it to be in the end. However, manifesting in steps does not mean that you have to figure out the how. And actually, even Neville Goddard said this, the how is not your job. I don't know if he said it exactly like that, but that's what all of his lectures allude to, is that your job is to live in the end, to focus on that end result as if it's already happened, it's already done, you already have it. Because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are being. So if you're being the wife that got the marriage, like you're dwelling in that state of you, your soon-to-be husband will show up. However, if you're thinking of your desire instead of from, you're thinking, oh, I really like a relationship. Oh, it'd be great to get married. You're just going to keep manifesting, wanting to get married. And most likely, no husband's going to show up because they're going to stay away from the wanting because you're going to manifest wanting. So there's no reason for them to show up. Anyway, comment below what resonated with you the most. Let me know what you like to do. Do you like to manifest in steps? Do you like to just go right to the end? What works for you? I guess it depends on the situation, right? Some things are easier to just go right to the end. Some you want to take your time with it and watch it unfold and manifest the unfolding. Yeah, let me know. And I'll see you in the next video.